There are days when life feels heavier than it should. The alarm goes off, the phone starts buzzing, emails pile up. Bills need to be paid, work demands your attention, family responsibilities pull you in every direction. Before long, your mind is racing so fast that it feels impossible to slow down. We've all been there. Stress has become such a normal part of life that many people simply accept it as the price of being an adult. But that doesn't mean it's healthy. For me, one of the best ways to reset isn't found inside a gym, sitting in front of a television, or scrolling endlessly through social media. It's found with two wheels beneath me. The moment I throw my leg over the motorcycle, something begins to change. The helmet goes on, the visor comes down, the engine comes to life. And suddenly the noise of everyday life begins to fade into the background. Motorcycling has never been just transportation for me. It's therapy. Now let's be clear about something important. Motorcycles are not a substitute for professional mental health care. If someone is struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or thoughts of self-harm, reaching out to a qualified mental health professional is incredibly important. Riding can be a healthy coping strategy for many people, but it isn't a replacement for treatment when treatment is needed. With that said, motorcycles can absolutely become part of a healthy lifestyle that supports mental well-being. There are actually reasons why so many riders describe motorcycling as calming. When you're riding, your attention has to stay focused. You watch the road, you read the curves, you monitor traffic, you scan for hazards. You feel the motorcycle moving beneath you. Your mind doesn't have much room left for worrying about tomorrow's meeting or yesterday's mistakes. Psychologists sometimes refer to this kind of complete absorption as flow state, a mental state where you're fully engaged in what you're doing. Many riders naturally experience this on a good ride, where your attention narrows to the road in the rhythm of riding. It's one of the few times during the day where your brain gets permission to stop replaying everything else. For a while, it's just you and the road. One thing I've noticed is that the destination almost doesn't matter. Some of my favorite rides haven't included famous overlooks or bucket list destinations. Sometimes I simply pick a direction and ride. Maybe it's a quiet mountain road, maybe it's farmland, maybe it's a winding road that follows a river. The scenery certainly helps. Fresh air helps, sunshine helps, but I think it's more than that. It's the freedom. In today's world, nearly every minute is scheduled. Calendars, meetings, notifications, deadlines. Motorcycling gives you permission to step away from all of it. Nobody expects you to answer a text while you're carving through mountain curves. Nobody expects an immediate email response while you're watching the sunrise over a ridge. For a little while, you simply exist in the moment. I think that's something we've lost in modern life. We're always connected, yet somehow we feel disconnected. Motorcycles help reconnect us. Not just with the road, but with ourselves. There's also something incredibly satisfying about learning and improving your riding skills. Every curve teaches you something. Every trip builds confidence. Every mile adds experience. That sense of accomplishment matters, especially during difficult times when life feels uncertain. Sometimes all you need is one small victory. Maybe today, that victory is simply taking the motorcycle out for an hour and coming home feeling better than when you left. Motorcycling also creates community. If you've been riding for any length of time, you've probably experienced it. The wave from another rider, a conversation at a gas station, meeting complete strangers who instantly become friends because they ride. Motorcyclists come from every background imaginable. Different careers, different ages, different beliefs. But when the helmets come off, we all speak the same language. We understand what riding means, and sometimes those friendships become exactly what someone needs. Many riders have shared stories of difficult periods in their lives where fellow riders have checked in, inviting them on a ride, or simply listened. That kind of connection matters, especially today. Isolation can quietly affect anyone. Sometimes the best conversations happen around a campfire after a long day of riding, or while sitting outside a small diner somewhere in the mountains. No agenda, no pressure, just good people sharing stories. Motorcycles create those memories. Of course, riding isn't always peaceful. Weather changes, traffic happens, mechanical problems show up at the worst possible time. But even those challenges remind us of something more valuable. Life isn't about avoiding every obstacle. It's about learning how to navigate through them. Every experienced rider knows that. Sometimes you slow down, sometimes you change your line. Sometimes you stop altogether until conditions improve. That's true on the motorcycle, and it's true in life. One lesson riding has taught me is patience. Not every road is perfect, not every ride goes according to plan. Sometimes the unexpected detour becomes your favorite memory. That perspective carries over into everyday life. When I ride through places like the mountains of western North Carolina, I'm reminded just how small my problems can seem. Standing beside a waterfall, looking across a mountain valley, watching fog rise through the trees. Nature has a way of putting things back into perspective. The stress that felt overwhelming an hour ago somehow feels manageable. It hasn't disappeared, but it no longer feels impossible. And maybe that's enough. Sometimes we don't need our problems solved immediately. We simply need enough clarity to face them. That's what riding often gives me, clarity. It reminds me to slow down, to breathe, to appreciate the journey instead of constantly chasing the destination. It's funny, motorcyclists often say it's about the ride, not the destination. That saying applies to life too. We're all so focused on reaching the next goal that we forget to enjoy where we are today. The motorcycle reminds me of that. Every single ride. It reminds me that happiness doesn't always come from buying something new or reaching some distant milestone. Sometimes happiness is simply watching the sun rise over a quiet road with an engine humming beneath you, or hearing birds instead of notifications, or feel cool mountain air after a stressful week. Those simple moments become incredibly valuable. If you're someone who already rides, you'll probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know that feeling when the stress begins melting away mile after mile? If you've never ridden before, it may be difficult to explain. It's something that has to be experienced. The combination of focus, freedom, responsibility, adventure, and connection with the world around you. That creates something that's hard to duplicate anywhere else. So the next time life starts feeling overwhelming, if it's safe to do so, maybe it's time for a ride. Take the scenic route, leave the schedule behind for a while, watch the sunset, wave at another rider. Stop at the small town diner you've always driven past. Give your mind the opportunity to slow down. When you return home, your problems may still be waiting, but you might find yourself better prepared to face them. Because sometimes the greatest benefit of riding isn't where the motorcycle takes you, it's where it brings your mind. Thank you for riding along with me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. How has motorcycling helped you manage stress or improve your mental well-being? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another rider needs to hear. Thanks for watching. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you out there in America on two wheels.